The Office of the Chief Procurement Officer in the National Treasury briefed Parliament on the prevalence of budget expansions and deviations in national departments and state-owned entities. The biggest crack was found at Eskom. Treasury said approvals were made at the power utility based on the turnaround plan. The single biggest contributor to deviation applications in the second quarter from Eskom was worth over 68 billion rand from the renegotiation of coal supply. Treasury says Eskom had applied to procure construction and miscellaneous structures worth over 260 million rand for Kusile Power Station alone. The power utility submitted a total of 19 procurement applications worth close to R1 billion for the current financial year.
A few came through for closed bidding processes, business continuity, and also in our SOCs, especially in Transnet and in Eskom, they came to Treasury for business strategy or operational purposes, especially with regards to their turnaround strategies. There were a couple that spoke about urgency, where they did not have enough time to issue new bids. If we look at the top 20 applicants in quarter one, again, Eskom is the largest contributor with 19 applications at the value of 879.8 million. And the biggest chunk is 268 million for the construction of miscellaneous structures at the Kusile Power Station.
While Eskom leads the pack, the Department of Higher Education came second, with parliamentarians questioning the approval of the procurement of laptops.
Quite a lot of these procurements, they happen within the departments where the accounting officers and the accounting authorities have to make the decision to procure for the purposes of service delivery. And quite many of times we find ourselves in a position where we have to consider service delivery. If I were to use the example that the honorable member used of the Department of Higher Education, where you have to do an emergency procurement of laptop because education must continue. When you think about value for money, you also consider whether once the process has been done and the appointments have been awarded and laptops are delivered, will they serve the purpose?
Treasury is working on reviewing its regulations, delegations of authority, the role of provincial treasuries, and enforcing consequence management, all in a bid to streamline the process of deviations and expansions. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I am Wandi Swandeng in Johannesburg.